Hello there to you who are listening in this very moment. Take a breath, pause for just a beat. Can you feel it? Something is shifting, moving powerfully in the space around you. A quiet call, yet one you cannot ignore, the call of destiny. If you are an Aries between the ages of 40 and 70, this is not just another message. This could be the key to opening a brand new chapter of your life. Life has not brought you here by accident. You are hearing these words because the universe wants to remind you, before October 2025, a great change is waiting. And to understand it fully, we will step together into this journey of discovery, beginning with the very signs the universe has been sending your way all along. Aries, between the ages of 40 and 70. Today, I want to invite you to sit quietly and simply listen to the beating of your own heart. Inside that rhythm, there is a flame that has burned for a very long time. At times, it has blazed bright and fierce, and at other times, it has been nothing more than glowing embers. But that fire has never gone out. It is the pioneering soul, the unyielding essence of Aries. And now the universe is whispering to you that this fire is about to rise again, brighter than ever before October of 2025. You have already walked through half a lifetime, maybe even more. You've known victories and defeats, love and loss, dreams fulfilled and dreams left unfinished. All of these experiences have settled like layers of ash over the fire in your chest. But here's the miracle: beneath that ash, the fire is still breathing, waiting for the right moment to blaze again. And Aries, that moment is drawing near. I'm not talking about a small change. This is not just changing a job or tweaking a daily habit. This is a tidal wave of destiny, a turning point powerful enough to reshape the entire path of your life. The universe is setting the board, and every move you make now will decide how the game unfolds in the years ahead. Picture this with me. You are standing before a massive stone gate. For years, it has been shut, silent, as if it did not exist. But now, it begins to tremble. Slivers of light break through the cracks, spilling across your face. And you know, once that gate opens, you will never be the same again. On the other side lies a brand new chapter of your life where challenges and opportunities intertwine as one. What matters is not the fear of what lies ahead. What matters is how you prepare yourself to step through. And the preparation I speak of is not weapons or armor. It is mindset. It is wisdom. It is an open heart and eyes bright enough to recognize opportunity through even the heaviest clouds. Aries, you of all people know that true strength never comes from ease. Every victory you've ever claimed was forged through sweat, through tears, and sometimes even through blood. And today, the universe is placing before you another trial by fire. Within that fire, you will discover the strength that has always been yours. Close your eyes for a moment and remember those times you thought you could not go on. Maybe it was a bitter defeat at work, a family crisis that left you lost, or a love that shattered your heart. Yet somehow you kept walking. You rose again. You lifted your head high and let the fire inside you blaze once more. That was not chance. That was your nature. That was the pride of being an Aries, a warrior who never bows to defeat. And now, as the universe whispers that a life-changing destiny is approaching before October 2025, I want you to remember every one of those comebacks, because the strength you need for this journey ahead you already carry it. It lives in the lines around your eyes, in the scars upon your heart, in the memories you thought were only pain. They have become your treasure waiting for you to draw upon as you step into this new chapter. This is also the time to sit with yourself. Ask, what do I truly desire for the years ahead? A more meaningful career, financial stability, a warm relationship, or perhaps simply a soul at peace? Don't be afraid of these questions. If you don't dare to dream, the universe has nothing to deliver. You might feel too old to begin again. But the truth is, age is no barrier. At 40, 50, 60, even 70, you carry an advantage youth will never have. Wisdom, perspective, the ability to see clearly what is fleeting and what is worth holding on to. That is why this moment is opening for you now, a destiny unveiling a brand new chapter. And Aries, what I want you to hold on to in this journey is one truth. You are not walking alone. The universe will never leave you lost. Every sign you notice, every dream, every flash of intuition, they are reminders that you are being guided. Your only task is to listen and to walk forward with trust. You can begin with something small. Each morning before the day begins, place your hand over your heart and whisper, "I am ready for the destiny that will change my life. I open myself to receive what is new." This affirmation is a seed planted each day, rooting deeper into your soul. And when the great wave of the universe arrives, you will stand firm, not trembling, but full of strength. Aries, age 40 to 70, I invite you to walk this path with me. A path that is not only about you, but also a gift you give back to life itself. Because when you change, those around you are inspired. When you rise, the world sees that human strength is never limited by age. And from this very moment, I want you to ask yourself, what flame within me is calling to be lit once more? Hold that question in your heart, because it will open the door to the next layer of this journey where the signs of transformation begin to appear clear and undeniable. Aries, age 40 to 70, close your eyes for just a moment and listen to the beating of your heart. Do you notice? Sometimes there are strange moments that keep repeating in your daily life. A dream that returns again and again as if it's trying to tell you something. A feeling in your chest you can't quite explain, like a bell ringing in the distance, strong enough to make you stop in your tracks. Or maybe one morning, as sunlight slips through your curtains, you suddenly feel certain that something big is on its way. That's not coincidence. Those are signals, whispers sent by the universe just for you. People often think life is only a string of passing days. But in truth, there are deeper layers of reality we can only sense when we are still. In Buddhist wisdom, this is called Dayan, the causes and conditions, even losses, that appear to awaken the deepest part of us. And in Christian faith, there is also the belief that God whispers to his children in his own way, sometimes through dreams, sometimes through chance encounters, sometimes through a powerful intuition you just cannot ignore. Aries, you are in a season where both the universe and God are speaking to you, saying that something greater is about to unfold. It doesn't come to threaten you. It comes to guide you, to carry you further than you ever thought possible. Picture yourself walking along a familiar path, and suddenly, a strange wind blows through, carrying the scent of a land you've never known. The wind whispers that ahead of you lies not just the same old road, but a new turn, a new horizon, vast, bright, and waiting. I know change often stirs anxiety, especially at 40, 50, 60, or 70, when we've grown used to stability, when the heart carries its scars and the mind is heavy with memory. But change is not the enemy. It is life's invitation, reminding you that you are still alive, still called to take one more step forward. Like autumn leaves falling to the ground so spring can bring new buds, your life too needs cycles of letting go so you can be reborn. The signals of transformation aren't always easy to read. Sometimes they come through a stranger whose words echo in your mind for days. Sometimes through an old pain that returns, telling you something in your lifestyle must shift. And sometimes it's just one quiet afternoon sitting by the window when tears fall for no reason you can name, only a deep urge rising inside. I can't keep living like this. That is the universe knocking. That is also God's call, reminding you that your story isn't over, that another mission still awaits. Understand this, Aries, none of us can escape change, but we can choose how to walk with it. Instead of resisting, you can open your heart and let change carry you toward where you truly belong. Instead of fear, you can prepare yourself with stillness, with faith, with wisdom, with the light already inside your heart. And instead of dread, you can see this transformation as grace flowing from the universe and the hand of God, leading you into a new chapter of your life. So try this, surrender for just a moment in silence. Take a deep breath and ask, Lord, universe, what do I need to learn from these signs? The answer may not come right away, but in that silence, a seed is planted. And one day, in the most unexpected moment, that seed will bloom into wisdom and it will guide your steps. Aries, age 40 to 70, you are standing at a threshold. This is the time to open your ears to listen more deeply, open your heart to feel more fully, and open your eyes to see which signs are truly real. Trust that the universe never sends signals just to frighten you. And God never tests you unless He knows you are strong enough to endure. When you realize that every repeating dream, every flash of intuition, every quiet stirring of your soul is a message, you will worry less and begin to walk with preparation in your heart. That inner preparation is the greatest gift you can carry with you before October 2025. And if you wonder, When opportunity comes, will it also carry challenge? Let your heart be ready for both, because an Aries warrior is not called only to receive blessings, but also to walk through fire where challenge and opportunity always walk hand in hand, shaping you into the brightest version of yourself. Aries, age 40 to 70. When we speak of the fires of trial, the first thing that rises up is often fear, because none of us like to be pushed into hard places, where work feels like it's reaching a dead end, where finances suddenly turn uncertain, or where relationships begin to crack in ways that aren't easy to mend. But pause with me and look deeper, because if you were born under the sign of Aries, you were not born just to get by. You were born to walk through fire, and in that fire to find yourself. Before October 2025, many Aries will feel a cycle of testing. Maybe it's a career decision choosing between safety and courage. Maybe it's a financial investment that stirs both hope and anxiety. Or maybe it's family, friendship, even love, suddenly placed under pressure, forcing you to face truths that can no longer be hidden. On the surface, these things feel like waves crashing again and again, trying to knock you down. But in truth, each trial is a furnace, and you like steel are placed in the fire, only to come out stronger, sharper, and shining brighter. I want you to remember those seasons in your past when you thought you couldn't make it through. Maybe it was the loss of a job, a large sum of money, or even someone you deeply loved. You sat in the dark, asking why life had become so heavy, but in time, you rose again. And when you looked back, you realized it was those dark days that gave you the strength and endurance you have today. Trials don't come to destroy you. They come to teach you how to become a warrior that endures. And Aries, the fire inside you has never gone out. It may shrink when you're tired, but all it takes is one spark of faith, of hope, of love, and you ignite again. The universe knows this. That's why you are sometimes placed in situations where others would quit, but you will not. Because the soul of Aries was born to lead, to step forward first, to take risks and turn them into opportunity. Think of your trials as a mountain climb. The path is steep, the wind is against you, your legs ache, and your heart is weary. But with every step, you are not only closer to the summit, you are becoming a stronger climber. And when you stand on the peak, the view you see is one you could never have known without the struggle. Trials are just like that. They don't only bring you to a destination, they transform who you are along the way. In your work, you may face sharp competition or a project that feels stalled. Instead of calling it the end, see it as a chance to grow patience, to stretch into new abilities, to prove that you can create even under pressure. In your finances, instability may shake you, but that season teaches discipline, clarity, and how to build a stronger foundation for the future. And in relationships, when cracks appear, they push you toward honesty, toward listening, toward forgiveness, and toward letting go of what no longer serves you. Yes, you may feel exhausted. You may ask, why me? Why can't life be easier? But hear me, Aries, it is in these very struggles that the true measure of your strength is revealed. When you rise through them, you don't just prove something to the world, you prove it to yourself, that you are stronger than you ever believed. And when you touch this truth, your heart will shine with a new awareness. Trials are not the enemy. They are the teacher, the fire, the door. They come so you can discover the deepest parts of yourself, the parts you would never reach otherwise. So let challenge walk beside you, not against you. Let each difficulty become a lesson so you not only endure but grow and become a light for others. Because true strength is not measured by never falling. It is measured by how many times you rise. And when you understand this, you will see in the fire of trial that Aries holds something rare. The gift to turn pain into power, failure into wisdom, and darkness into a torch. That gift will carry you forward, so that when you walk out of the fire, you will not be the same. You will be brighter, prouder, and stronger. And as the light within you begins to shine, you will see that fire doesn't only burn, it warms. It doesn't only test, it purifies. And you, Aries, were born to walk through fire and to bring that light back into the world. So maybe it's time to ask yourself, what inside of me is waiting to be awakened by this fire? Because once you answer that question, you'll step into a deeper layer of the journey where the inner strength of Aries reveals itself in full, like a flame that never dies. Aries, age 40 to 70. When I think of you, the first image that rises in my mind is that of a warrior. Not a warrior on the battlefield, but a warrior of life, someone who has walked through ups and downs, collisions and storms, and still stands tall, with a flame in the heart that has never gone out. That is the sacred gift the universe has given to Aries: inner strength, pride, and the ability to find light even in the deepest darkness. I have seen many Aries in my life, and there is one thing I trust without doubt: Aries never truly fail. They are simply reborn in a new form. Yes, you may fall. You may lose what you once thought you could never live without. You may sink into despair. But Aries, you don't stay there forever. You rise again, sometimes stronger, brighter, prouder than before. Like a flame battered by storm winds, if even one ember remains, it can blaze once more into a torch that lights the sky. Your true strength does not come from never falling. It comes from your power to rise after every fall. Those failures, those sleepless nights, those unseen tears, they have become the foundation of your endurance. When the world looks at Aries, it sees toughness on the outside, but only you know that real strength comes from a heart tested, cracked, and stitched back together by faith and hope. And I want you to remember, the pride you carry is not a curse. Yes, sometimes it makes you stubborn, unwilling to admit defeat, unwilling to bow your head. But that same pride fuels your refusal to give up. It drives you to look storms in the eye and declare, I will pass through, I will not be broken. And many times in your life, that courage has carried you safely to the shore. Imagine your life as a great forest. Storms sweep through, toppling many trees. But some roots stand firm, and after the storm they rise taller, stronger. That is your image, Aries. And the forest of life needs such roots to remind the rest of the trees that life goes on, that the light will return. I believe this. If every person could find and nurture their inner strength as you do, the world would hold less fear, less despair. Our society needs steady hearts, willing to lift their heads high no matter the storm. You are living proof of that. And by keeping your flame alive, you don't just light your own path, you inspire everyone around you. Children, friends, co-workers, even strangers who see the way you live. But let me say this with honesty: strength, if used only to protect your ego, can become a chain. Pride can keep you standing, but if you hold it too tightly, it can also block you from receiving what is new. Sometimes, real strength is not in resisting, but in releasing. In letting the wind carry away what has grown too heavy. Have you felt that, Aries? The moment you released resentment, or let go of an old burden, and suddenly felt lighter, as if a mountain had been lifted off your shoulders. That is what I want you to remember today. Inner strength is not only about standing against storms, it is also about freeing yourself from the invisible weights you no longer need to carry. Aries, age 40 to 70, you are stepping into a time when your inner flame can light the rest of your life. But for that light to truly guide you, there is an art you must learn: the art of letting go. Let go of what has become too heavy. Let go of fears that no longer serve you. Let go of old expectations that have trapped you in the image of who you once were. Because when you let go, you do not lose your strength. You open space for your light to shine freer, wider, and more inspiring. And it is in that open space that a new chapter will begin for you, a place where miracles can unfold at any moment. There are burdens we've carried for years, sometimes so heavy that we forget we could live lighter. It may be the fear of failure, the weight of age, or memories from the past etched deep like scars that never quite healed. But listen, my friend. No garden can bloom in full beauty if its soil is still overrun with weeds. And in the same way, your soul cannot truly blossom unless you have the courage to pull out what is old, what no longer gives life within you. Letting go does not mean forgetting. Letting go is an art, an act of wisdom and courage. It's when you learn to smile at what has passed, to feel gratitude that it was once there, and then gently set it down so your hands are free to receive what is new. For years, you've walked with so many memories, sweet and bitter alike. They've taught you how to love, how to endure, how to rise again. But now, before October 2025, the universe is reminding you the time to release has come. Think of a river. As the water flows, it doesn't cling to a single stone. It accepts the stone's presence, flows around it, embraces it, and keeps moving forward. That freedom is what keeps the river alive, always finding new paths to the ocean. And so it is with you. Only by letting go can you continue to flow forward into wider, freer waters. Maybe within you the fear of age is rising. You wonder, at 40, 50, 60, or 70, is there still time? But see the truth clearly, these years are not the end. They are the treasure of wisdom and experience. The young may have the power of youth, but you carry the strength of insight, the light refined through time. And no youth can replace that. So release the thought that it's too late. It is never too late to begin a new journey, to love again, to chase a dream, or simply to live one day fully with a gentle smile. Release the fear of failure. Failure is only the universe redirecting you, pointing you toward a truer path. How many times in your life did you fall, only to look back later and see that fall opened a door you never imagined? Don't clutch that fear any longer, because when you fear, you freeze. And when you freeze, you miss the miracles waiting ahead. Release the weight of the past. The tears, the wounds, the regrets, they shaped who you are, yes. But they don't need to imprison you in pain forever. You have the right to set them down, to be lighter. So your shoulders are free to embrace new arms, new chances, new dawns. Picture yourself walking into a garden. At first, there are no blossoms, the soil is still full of weeds. Your task is not to complain, not to walk away, but to patiently pull out each root, to clear the ground. That is the art of letting go. And only then can flowers take root, rise, and bloom, offering their fragrance to life. Aries, I want to invite you to ask yourself, what do you most need to release right now? A fear, a memory, a relationship, or a belief that no longer fits? Share your story in the comments, because who knows, your story may become a torch that lights the path for someone else who feels lost. When you dare to let go, your hands may feel empty, but they are full of possibility. And in that open space, something new will arrive, a chance you never expected, a companion on the road, or a faith reborn even stronger. Letting go doesn't take away. It only creates the space for life to pour in. And when your soul is open wide enough, the light will come. That light is revelation, the gift the universe and God place in your hands. It will show you the road ahead, remind you that you are not just surviving, you are being guided. And in that moment, every fear dissolves, leaving only a deep trust that you are standing at the threshold of something miraculous. There are moments in life when we suddenly stop and realize it feels as if a thin, invisible veil is being pulled aside. No longer vague, no longer half-hidden signs, but truth itself, shining so clearly, so brightly that we can't turn away. Before October 2025, many Aries between the ages of 40 and 70 will face a moment like this, a revelation, an unveiling. It may come as an unexpected career opportunity. It may come as a deep lesson in finances or in health. Or perhaps it is an undeniable truth about a relationship you've been trying to hold on to. These moments often catch in our throats, because clarity always comes with a touch of pain. When one door closes, the heart resists. We want to cling because it's familiar. But in the light of revelation, we come to see every closed door is not a punishment. It is only guiding you toward a better path, a road God and the universe have been preparing for you all along. Think back to your younger years. There were dreams you chased with passion, but they never came true. At the time, you may have cried, grown angry, believed life was unfair. But now, looking back, you can see those unfinished dreams led you to even greater opportunities. What you once thought was loss was really God whispering, I have another plan for you, a better one. In revelation, you are forced to face the truth. Maybe it's the truth that you are stronger than you ever imagined. Maybe it's the truth that you don't need to lean on anyone else to find peace. Or maybe it's the truth that the strength you've been searching for out in the world has always been burning inside your own heart. That flame has been with you all along, only at times fear and disappointment clouded your vision. And then, in that moment, you realize you are not alone. The light of God has always surrounded you, no matter how deep the darkness you walked through. The universe has been patient, sending signals in repeating dreams, in chance encounters, in quiet intuitions. And now, as the veil is pulled aside, you see none of it was meaningless. Every piece was part of the puzzle, leading you right here. Tears may fall, not just tears of sadness, but tears of cleansing, because truth, even when it stings for a moment, always carries the power to set you free. It lifts a weight from your shoulders, and in that release you hear a gentle whisper, you are strong enough now, keep going. Aries, let this revelation be a turning point. Don't keep it locked inside as a secret. Let it move you to action. If you see an opportunity, be brave enough to take it. If you've learned a lesson, apply it today. If a truth about a relationship appears, face it and make your decision from love, not from fear. Because revelation is not the end. It is an invitation to live more courageously, more freely, more true to who you really are. And I believe with every step you take, the light of God and the universe will continue to walk beside you, lifting you, guiding you, shining the way. And maybe tonight, as you lie down and close your eyes, a dream will come. Don't dismiss it. It may be the beginning of the very revelation you've been waiting for. Trust the call. Let it guide you. And when the truth is clear, only one question will remain: what will you do with this sacred gift? And when truth has been revealed, the final step is this: turn that revelation into action. There's a truth we often forget. The future is not something we simply wait for. It isn't some distant miracle that falls into our hands by surprise. The future is what you plant right here, right now, through every thought, every action, every choice you make today. And for Aries, the one who carries the flame of a pioneer, this is the moment to rise and create your own destiny. You've already heard the call of the universe. You've walked through the fires of trial. You've learned the art of letting go. You've faced revelation and the truth has become clear. So now the question is not, will destiny come? It will. The question is, how will you receive it? Will you stand still and let the waves carry you away? Or will you dare to rise, take the oar in your hands, and steer the boat of your life toward the radiant horizon? This is the time to invest in what matters most: yourself. Start with the dreams you once buried. Maybe you wanted to start a small project, write a book, learn a new skill, or simply live a life that feels true to your heart. October 2025 is approaching like an open door, and the universe is whispering, step through. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Don't wait for a brighter tomorrow. Tomorrow begins with today, and today is when you plant the seeds of your future. Look at your body, the first and only home your soul will ever have. How many times have you postponed caring for it, telling yourself you were too busy or that everyone else's needs came before your own? Now is the moment to invest in your health, not from fear but from love. A nourishing meal, a gentle walk in the morning sun, a full night of rest. These small choices are the bricks that build a future of strength and vitality. And love has never belonged only to the young. At 40, 50, 60, even 70, love can still arrive fresh and whole like sunrise after a long night. It might be love for another person, but it can also be love for yourself, for life itself, for every breath you still get to take. Don't close your heart because you think it's too late. God and the universe don't measure love by age but by openness. And when you open your heart, love finds its way. Aries, this is your moment to make a bold affirmation, a promise not just to the universe but to your own heart. Write your affirmation for October 2025 in the comments. I am ready for destiny to change my life. When you write these words, you're not only making a declaration for yourself, you're sending out a signal, a wave of energy that connects with other souls walking their own path. And sometimes, that simple affirmation becomes a light for someone else, sparking hope where there was darkness. Picture your life as a wide field. Every thought, every action today is a seed you plant. Some seeds bloom in days, some take a year, some only blossom after long seasons of care. But all will grow if you trust, nurture, and don't give up. So, what will you plant today? Seeds of love, courage, and gratitude, or seeds of fear and doubt? The choice is yours. And that choice will decide whether the field you walk into in October 2025 is full of flowers or choked with weeds. The future is never passive waiting. The future is something you create starting now. Every step, every word, every mindful breath is weaving the fabric of your destiny. And I believe with the proud flame of Aries, you can weave a fabric so radiant that your light not only guides your own path, but inspires everyone around you. This is not just a call to action. This is an invitation to become the architect of your own destiny. Begin with the smallest steps, and you'll see the largest doors open. Believe that you are worthy of a bright future, because only when you believe will you dare to walk forward. And when you walk forward, you'll see that the universe itself is walking with you. Thank you, Aries, for letting me walk alongside the flame in your heart today. I wish you a fire that burns steady, a soul that stays free, and a journey that unfolds in the full light of who you are.